this is Julissa. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. So today is still Saturday, March 20th, 2021. I wanted to make a video. Something is trending right now, and it is what just happened in Miami Beach. So I guess they've been having a lot of issues with the crowds, right? So everybody's on spring break. It's so strange to me that a spring break, and I'm not trying to say like I wish that would have happened, but they've been canceling school, keeping social distance, doing a lot of remote learning. But spring break, like nothing was done in the moments before to say, you know what, um, there's a pandemic out there, we should have control. And now they have found themselves with this issue of crowd control, a lot of violence. And, you have to remember a lot of these restaurants and hotels and all of that, they're having social distancing, right? Because we're still living during this pandemic. And I feel like now, seeing so many restrictions being enforced again, I feel like it's gonna get back to the lockdown. And I think I was talking earlier about a video about France declaring lockdown starting tomorrow. Also, Italy declared lockdown last week, and then London was in protest this morning because of the lockdown. So now we have Miami Beach here in the US. They are doing a curfew starting tonight, Saturday, March 20th at 8 p.m. starting a curfew. And you would think it's because of COVID. No, it's because the crowds. They have a large crowds that are in the, it's almost out of control. The mayor just came out and did a live news conference and saying they're out of control. They need to keep the city safe, keep the workers safe. So they're enforcing a curfew starting tonight. So I feel like this just tells you how the world is at this very moment. How the mentality of people is right now. People are fed up. That's why people were on the streets in London today. There are people, there are tons and tons of videos right here on YouTube of people fighting, going against wearing the mask. It's been a year, guys. People are fed up. Obviously, if the mask helped, we wouldn't have so many deaths, so many contaminations, so many numbers, so many cases. And we've been wearing masks for a year, and it seems like nothing is happening. So that's where we are now. And then let me just tell you about this Miami Beach enforcement that starts today, and it's going to last for 72 hours. So tomorrow night or Monday morning, they're going to do another assessment to see what's all the precautions they're going to take. So they're saying it's not an easy decision to make. We're doing everything to protect the public health, safety, but they're going to start the curfew. And I'm going to play you guys a short video that I took of that conference that he did, the mayor over there. So the curfew in its busiest entertainment district on Saturday in an effort to control holders of spring break, vacationers who become unruly in recent days. Under the new order, police will black the Art Deco historic district in South Beach at 8 p.m. So they're blacking even streets. It's not like restaurants have to close by 8. They're closing out sections, streets, and roads. So 8 p.m. all businesses within the black off area will be forced to close, said the city manager Raul Aguila. They will also shut down highways leading out in and out of the city overnight. Wow. For them to get to that stream, I feel like, wow, that's really bad. Like, the situation there is really, really, really crazy. I mean, to close down the highway in and out overnight, it's just, I'm telling you, I don't know what shifted, guys, this week that just passed, but something shifted that we're seeing more and more, like, things that are just becoming more real. Like I was saying in my previous video, things are becoming a lot more real. Like, things that you never expected to happen are happening. And I know people are fed up of everything, but these people were controlling the school, learning remote, social distances, and nobody thought about, wait a second, if everybody goes on vacation, there should be some type of control where the most attractive city people normally go to. But now they're found themselves in this issue, and I can only imagine. Like, I know here where I live, the restaurants have control. There's, sessions closed off. There are shares closed off. People are not allowed to see, like, near, obviously near each other. Social distancing guideline, and being flooded with all these vacationers. And I remember last year nobody was planning on doing that, but then you have the government giving you money, so you have to think about that. And I feel like, to be honest, guys, that stimulus check, I feel like we should not be spending it. Um, if anything, we should look at the world, what's happening in other countries, because we know every other country copy itself, especially people, what they do too, and what the government does. So we know this is a global pandemic, and I feel like that money that we got, the little money, we should at least use it to keep, or stack up on food, because we don't know what can happen. I mean, to see countries that were like easing off restrictions, like we are right now here in the US, going back to the lockdowns, that's like, I really hope that doesn't happen, but I feel like we're in the verge of that. Okay, and you have to think about that. And one more thing, though, that I don't know if anybody thought about this, but the more and more I look at that video of President Biden falling on going up the steps of the Air Force One, I think that's the setup. I don't know what, like, it's a setup. It's just doing exactly what it's meant to be, for everybody to think that he's not fit for the presidency. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like within a few weeks, the vice president is gonna be coming on live television and say, we saw the decline happen. So for him to play along with it, I feel like he's already giving up. That's why he's not doing a lot of conference. He's not doing a lot of press conference. He's not really speaking that much. He is gonna speak this week coming up. I believe it's the 24th. So we'll see what happens then. But I feel like they're, when they want to do something, they always bring out evidence first. I think that's one big evidence, and everybody's saying, oh wow, did you see that he fall and things like that. First of all, I mean, guys, anybody, like, who will go up running the steps like that? I mean, he obviously doesn't care what people think. He stutters. He forget what he's saying. He makes the people go push the teleprompter up. He doesn't care. Like, if it was him trying to somehow come as like healthy and like, I'm good, I'm healthy, I'm good, he would slow down after the first fall. That's what normal behavior people do. Unless you're like a kid that you don't, you fall 50 times a day and you don't care because you're learning. If you go up the steps and there's cameras around you, and this is a Air Force One, it's very up, a steep type of steps, like, you fall once, you're like, okay, let me go slower. He kept going, like, almost like on purpose, and I feel like that's an evidence. That's something that's gonna be brought out to say, look, everybody saw he's not fit for office. Forget about forgetting what he's saying. Forget about, everything. Like, look at, he can fall and hurt himself, and like, we need to do something about it. I feel like they were just throwing out evidence. So anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about it. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. So let's pray. Like I said before, let's pray for the people affected by these new lockdowns throughout the world, and especially also the people right now in Miami Beach. We'll see what happens overnight. Hopefully no violence. We'll see what happens tomorrow, and after the 72 hours that they're going to keep this curfew. They say they're going to assess it after 72 hours. I feel like when people are coming out of town, there's going to be a lot of people complaining, How you going to even lock the highways and be like, you can't go on the road? People pay for their tickets for 1 week vacation. Now they're like, they're not even allowed to go out. So we'll see, guys, what happens. Anyways, thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday night. God bless.
Means is that all restaurants and bars and other businesses must be closed no later than 8 p.m.
Our city right now in this area has become a tinder, and we cannot have a policy of simply hoping that it's not lit. We have to act before one of those incidents happen. We cannot act in the wake of something. And that is why preemptively we are taking action today.